Welcome back to the English on Air podcast. I'm Leo.
And I'm Ella. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Today we are talking about a moment many English learners know very well. Someone says something to you in English. Maybe they speak quickly. Maybe the room is noisy. Maybe their accent is unfamiliar. You hear some words, but not the full meaning. And suddenly you smile, but inside your head you are thinking, I have no idea what they just said.
And then the pressure starts. You don't want to look rude. You don't want to look slow. You don't want the other person to think, oh, their English is not good. So sometimes you just nod and say, yes, okay, even though you are completely lost.
If that has happened to you, this episode is for you. Today we'll talk about what to say when you don't understand someone in English. Not just can you repeat, but natural, polite, confident phrases you can use in real conversations.
And let's say this clearly at the beginning. Not understanding someone the first time does not mean your English is bad. It means you are human. Even native speakers ask people to repeat things. Even fluent speakers miss words when someone speaks fast, uses an unfamiliar accent, talks quietly, or explains something badly.
The goal is not to understand every sentence perfectly the first time. The goal is to know how to respond calmly when you miss something.
Later in the episode, we'll use a fictional learner example. Her name is Mina. Mina is not a real listener, but her situation is based on something many learners experience. I understand English in videos, but in real conversations, I get lost.
That sentence is painful but very real. So today we'll look at 5 real speaking situations. First, when someone speaks too fast. Second, when you understand only part of the sentence. Third, when you are afraid to ask again. Fourth, when you don't understand an accent. And fifth, when you need to confirm what you heard.
And in each situation, we'll show you what not to say, what to say, and how it sounds in a real conversation.
Let's start with the first situation. Someone speaks too fast.
This happens everywhere. At a counter, at work, on the phone, at the airport, at the doctor's office. You ask a simple question and the person answers so quickly that by the time your brain catches the first word, the sentence is already finished.
And your face says, yes, thank you, but your brain says, we are in danger.
Exactly. And in that moment, many learners say only, what? Or again? Now, those words are not always wrong, especially with friends, but in polite situations, they can sound too direct.
A better phrase is, sorry, could you say that again a little more slowly?
Sorry, could you say that again a little more slowly?
This phrase is useful because it does 2 things. First, it asks the person to repeat. Second, it asks them to slow down, so you don't get the same fast sentence again.
Another natural phrase is, sorry, I missed that. Could you repeat it more slowly?
Let's pause on, I missed that. It means you did not catch what the person said. It sounds softer and more natural than, I don't understand you.
Let's hear a quick example.
You'll need to fill out this form and bring it back by Friday.
Yes, okay.
That is risky. If you didn't understand, yes, okay can create a problem later.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again a little more slowly?
Much better. Simple, polite, clear. You are not failing, you are managing the conversation.
The second situation is when you understand only part of the sentence.
This is very common. You don't understand everything, but you understand something. Maybe you hear appointment, Thursday, and documents, but you don't know exactly what you need to do.
The mistake is pretending you understood the whole sentence, because if you only understand part of the information, you may miss the most important part.
What not to say is, yes, yes, okay, when you are not sure.
A better phrase is, I understood the part about the appointment, but could you explain the last part again?
I understood the part about the appointment, but could you explain the last part again?
Another useful phrase is, I caught the first part, but I didn't catch what you said after that.
I caught means I heard and understood. So when you say, I caught the first part, you are telling the person, I understood some of it, but not all of it.
Let's use a real-life example.
Your appointment is confirmed for Thursday, but you need to bring proof of address and the copy of your ID.
Sorry, I understood the appointment is on Thursday, but could you repeat which documents I need to bring?
Excellent. That is specific, and specific questions get better answers.
If you only say, I don't understand, the person may repeat everything again, maybe still too fast. But if you say exactly what you missed, they can help you more easily.
The third situation is emotional. You are afraid to ask again.
This is a big one. Many learners know the phrase, could you repeat that? But in the real moment, they feel ashamed. They think, I already asked once. If I ask again, they will be annoyed.
And yes, sometimes people may look impatient. That can happen. But here's the truth. If the information matters, you need to understand it. Your job is not to protect someone else's impatience. Your job is to communicate clearly.
Especially in important places, the doctor, the bank, the immigration office, the airport, customer service, your workplace, your child's school, or your landlord's office. If the information affects you, ask again.
A strong phrase is, sorry, I want to make sure I understand correctly. Could you repeat that?
Sorry, I want to make sure I understand correctly. Could you repeat that?
This phrase sounds mature. You are not saying, my English is bad. You are saying, I care about understanding this correctly.
Another useful phrase is, could you explain that in a simpler way?
Now, compare these two responses. Weak response, my English is bad. I don't understand.
Many learners say this because they feel embarrassed, but if you say this too often, you train yourself to feel small.
A stronger response is, sorry, I want to make sure I understand correctly. Could you explain this more simply?
Much better. You're polite, but you're not insulting your own English.
That is a big rule for this episode. Ask for clarification, but don't attack yourself.
Ask for clarification, but don't attack yourself.
The fourth situation is when you don't understand an accent.
This can feel sensitive because maybe the person is speaking clearly, but your ear is not used to their accent yet, and you don't want to sound rude.
So avoid saying, your accent is difficult, or I can't understand your pronunciation. Even if you don't mean anything bad, it can sound personal.
A better way is to focus on yourself and the situation. You can say, sorry, I'm not used to this accent yet. Could you say that more slowly?
Sorry, I'm not used to this accent yet. Could you say that more slowly?
This is more respectful because you are not blaming the person. You are saying your ear needs a little time.
Another softer phrase is, sorry, I'm having a little trouble catching everything. Could you repeat the main point?
I like this phrase because it works in many situations. Maybe it is the accent, maybe it is the speed, maybe the room is noisy, maybe you are tired. You don't need to explain everything.
Let's imagine a workplace meeting. A colleague explains something quickly and you don't catch the instruction.
I don't understand your accent.
That may sound rude even if you are just being honest.
Sorry, I'm having a little trouble catching everything. Could you repeat the main point?
Much better, professional and respectful.
And notice the phrase, the main point. This is useful when someone talks for a long time. You are asking for the most important part, not every single word.
The fifth situation is when you think you understood, but you are not completely sure.
This is where confirmation phrases are powerful. Confirmation means checking if your understanding is correct.
Many learners skip this step. They think, I understood maybe 80%, so it's fine. But 80% can be dangerous if the missing 20% includes the time, price, address, deadline, or required document.
Useful phrases are, so just to confirm, do you mean that, so I need to, and let me check if I understood correctly.
So, just to confirm, let me check if I understood correctly.
Now, a doctor's office example.
Please come 15 minutes early and bring your insurance card.
So, just to confirm, I should come 15 minutes early and bring my insurance card, right?
Perfect. That is natural and it prevents mistakes.
Now, a workplace example.
Please send me the report by tomorrow morning, but check the numbers with finance first.
Let me check if I understood correctly. I should check the numbers with finance first and then send you the report by tomorrow morning.
Excellent. That does not sound weak, it sounds responsible.
In many professional situations, confirming is not a weakness, it is a strength. It shows you care about accuracy.
Now let's talk about Mina, our fictional learner example. Again, Mina is not a real listener, she is a fictional example based on a very common learner experience.
Mina has studied English for years. She watches English videos. She understands podcasts. She can read emails. When she is alone, she feels, okay, my English is not perfect, but I can manage.
But real conversations feel different. One day, Mina goes to a service counter to ask about an appointment. The person answers quickly. Mina catches only a few words: Thursday, bring, and copy.
Inside, she feels panic. And the first thought is not really about the sentence. The first thought is about herself. Why can't I understand? Maybe my English is not good enough.
That thought is dangerous because it turns one missed sentence into a judgment of your whole ability.
But missing one sentence does not define your English. It only means you need one more step in the conversation.
At first, Mina wants to smile and say, okay, but then she remembers one phrase. Sorry, I want to make sure I understand correctly.
Sorry, I want to make sure I understand correctly. Could you repeat which documents I need to bring?
The person repeats more clearly. Mina understands. The moment is not perfect, but she handles it.
And that is the real win. The win is not understanding everything the first time. The win is knowing how to recover.
Confidence does not mean you never get lost. Confidence means you know what to say when you get lost.
Confidence means you know what to say when you get lost. That is the heart of this episode.
Let's give listeners a simple emergency kit now. 5 phrases you can use when you don't understand someone.
Number 1. Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again?
Number 2, could you say that a little more slowly?
Number 3. I understood the first part, but could you repeat the last part?
Number 4, could you explain that in a simpler way?
Number 5. Let me check if I understood correctly.
If you remember only these 5 phrases, you can survive many difficult English moments.
And here is one important rule. Ask early.
Ask early.
If you miss one sentence and pretend, the next sentence becomes harder. Then the next one becomes even harder. Soon, you are not just missing words, you are missing the whole conversation.
Asking early saves you from bigger confusion later.
Also, practice these phrases out loud. Don't only read them. In a real moment, your mouth needs to know the sentence.
That is very important. Under pressure, we don't use the phrases we only understand. We use the phrases we have practiced.
So after this episode, choose 3 phrases and say them out loud 5 times.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say that again?
Could you explain that in a simpler way?
Let me check if I understood correctly.
These are small sentences, but they can change how you feel in real conversations.
And please remember this. Asking someone to repeat is not failure. It is communication.
Communication is not only speaking perfectly. Communication is making sure both people understand each other.
So next time someone speaks too fast, or you miss part of the sentence, or you feel nervous to ask again, don't disappear inside your fear.
Pause.
Pause.
Breathe.
Use one simple phrase.
Sorry, I missed that.
Could you say that more slowly?
Let me check if I understood correctly.
Then continue.
If this episode helped you, tell us in the comments, what is harder for you in English conversations? Fast English, accents, or asking someone to repeat?
Your comment may help us create the next episode, and it may help another learner feel less alone.
Thank you for spending this time with us on the English on Air podcast.
Your English does not need to be perfect for you to handle real conversations.
You just need a few calm phrases ready.
And when you don't understand, that does not mean the conversation is over.
It means you have a chance to ask, check, and continue.
Take care of yourselves.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Your learning doesn't stop here. Click on the next video and continue your English journey with us.